All right, here we go. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Social X Zoom event. My name is Adam Levy from Canton, Connecticut. This is Tuesday Night Live. You got the X Team NuCalm Social Hour, and we're glad you could be here. A lot of great things going on in the business right now. Really excited to spend some time with everybody, hear some stories, and share some stories of people that are getting involved and things that are happening. It's really kind of exciting. I'm going to shoot over to David Gardner. David, we haven't seen you in a few minutes. I want to hear how NuCalm is working for you in your own life.
Well, I've normally been a 2 to 3 hour a night sleep person, and not necessarily in that all at once, and between all kinds of things going on. But I find that I like the Pacific Ocean for sleep. I've tried some of the others, but I'm into the ocean thing. I grew up on the ocean in Cape Cod, so kind of. But anyway, what I'm discovering is I'm sleeping longer, but when I wake up, I'm waking up very, very refreshed, and that's kind of an awesome thing. And I've fooled with the recovery thing, when I'm fighting between should I use accelerate or recovery, which one?
Well, this is a good argument to have, right?
It is. No, I'm almost out of accelerate, so.
I got to tell you, I really enjoy the Pacific Ocean. I do like that one as well. I'm going to say it's my third favorite now, though, because I was switching between that and the summer rainstorm. And then, of course, the Deepest Sleep Plus VT came out just a few weeks ago. And you can't really describe what that is, right? It's got vagal tone for 10 hours. And I think I hit my record. I did like 9 hours and 27 minutes straight
Oh my
of
goodness.
sleep. Yeah, it's kind of incredible. And when you wake up and you see the scorecard on the app and you see how long you've slept, it's impressive because not only do you feel the most incredible well rested sleep you've ever had, but then you look and you go, well, no kidding, nine hours and 27 minutes, right? And so it's been kind of life altering. And that's the thing about this app is that it is a very wide audience that we have for people that have trouble sleeping. And I'll share that a story with you in a minute about that. Let's see. Keith, I know you're new. I know you've got just a few weeks in on this. Have you discovered anything new about NuCalm for yourself?
Absolutely. I started using the power nap side of things. The other day I was sitting and I had probably 20 minutes and I said, I'm going to try this power nap thing. And I'm not much of a nap person. Naps are for people in the rest home that don't know who they are. But I said, I'm going to just take a minute, take 20 minutes and see what happens. And I think I was about 10 minutes into the power nap when the phone went off and I woke up kind of it was like, wow.
So
So
yeah, pretty amazing though, right?
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you taking some time out and hopping on to the team call. And we've got a lot of upcoming things that are happening with Social X, and there's a lot of other advancements. There'll be other programs that'll be added to NuCalm, which is exciting. And you'll always get to hear from Jim Poole. And I got to say that from my experience, when he speaks, people learn, people listen, and people engage, and they really want to know more. And so we've got some really great tools that the company is about to launch. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak preview. I know some of you on here are already using it because you're on my team, and I've had access to this tool for really since the very beginning because I've been using it. And I've built out a space in it. And that's called, of course, the AICE app. But I want to show you something in real time. So I'm going to share my screen. This happened to me within the last hour. And I just want to point out some fun things that you can do and how it works. Let's see if I can get to where I want to be here. That's Facebook. Yeah, that'll work. We'll try that one. All right, hopefully everybody can see my screen okay. All right, fantastic. So listen, I know we're all getting good at posting, right? And you want to, mix it up. You want to do some reels. You want to do some stories. You want to do some funny things. You want to do, some business stuff here and there throughout. And this is a post that I did I guess it was 11 hours ago. It's this one here on the screen. And it got some pretty good laughs, 21 comments. And it's basically me hiking. My daughter took this great picture of me by the waterfall. And, she said, turn a little. I go, what do you mean? She goes, just turn a little more. And she orchestrated this shot and then made a boomerang out of it or whatever and sent it to me. And then there's another one here. But, people who, saw this, I mean, you had to have a sense of humor for this, right? And I got 21 comments and people are, oh my God, laugh my, I guess BO is balls off. I'm not even sure. Anyway, you can get a sense of the comments here. People laughing their head off. And so I made it a point to reply to people as much as you can, because what Facebook does is it rewards the algorithm. The algorithm rewards you for being social, right? So if you're commenting back, if you're answering and replying people, here's somebody telling me to go to another place to go hiking. This one's telling me I'm drinking enough water. And then this one right here, okay, Judith says I'm dying here with these two laughing, crying emojis. So I wrote back and I said, so glad you have a sense of humor like mine. And then she wrote back, fabulous. Now, you would think that Judith and I are great buds, right? And the reality is, I don't know. I don't remember who Judith is. I don't know. She's obviously a friend of mine on Facebook. She's never commented on any of my posts. So I wrote her a message, and here's the message down below. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. That's about all we're going to get. Hi. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hi, Judith. How are things in Maine, my friend? That's what I sent her, because I don't remember who she is, really. And she wrote, hi, Adam, 70 degrees today and fabulous, awaiting the true spring, and it's been darn cold. I can see you're both doing fabulously. The stream you were hiking on is gorgeous. Yes, I'm still laughing. Great post. So I wrote, so great to hear. I hear spring is coming to Maine anytime now. You're gonna have fun with this. And I said, what have you been up to these days? Now, I don't know how you approach finding out what people are up to, but that's generally what I'll say, something like, what have you been up to these days? And it's usually after a bit of a, conversation. And she wrote, please, we are so ready, retired and enjoying friends and family. I do miss being around a lot of business people, but most of my friends are feeling the same way at 75, just thanking God for good health. Now, what are most people going to do when they hear somebody respond like that? Most people are going to think, all right, well, she's not a good prospect, right? Right? Most people are going to do that. So I'm always, and I like to say, never take no for an answer when it comes to NuCalm, because you just don't know what's going on in their life, really, even though she says she's retired. And you can always fade back and punt with the product. So I wrote, so great to hear that. We've got this amazing digital wellness app that helps you with sleep issues and stress. Sounds like you are stress-free, LOL, because she's retired, right? So you got to be stress-free, you're retired. But I also put LOL because really, who's stress-free, right? And she writes back, oh my, send me the link. I can't sleep for more than 4 to 5 hours at a time. My stress is different, and I'm trying to figure out why I can't fall asleep, but have not be able to stay asleep. I have to get up to pee, LOL. Speaking of rushing water, back to my post. Okay, here we go. So again, most people would have said, oh, she's, not interested, whatever. She's retired, and stop there. But you want to push a little further. You want to find the pain, and sleep is a pretty good net when it comes to finding the pain, because either they or somebody in their house is having trouble sleeping. Would you say that's a fair statement? I would think so. So here we go. LOL, and there is a link. I'll show you what I sent her. And this is one of our ACE gems, and I'll click on that now for you. So I put this gem together, and this is a piece of information you can send out from the ACE app. And again, the ACE platform is something that SocialX is working on right now to release to the company. They're going to have their own content. Of course, we'll have access to that content. But if you'd like early access to this platform, you can get the app and you can have access to my content because you're on my team. And this is just some of the content. So I'll here give you an idea. So you get a little testimony there. And this talks about deepest sleep and deepest sleep plus, and it talks about the vagal tone, right? The vagus nerve. And there's all this great information about how it affects your sleep. I thought that this was the perfect gem to send her. And then of course, they click on the link and they go to your SocialX landing page. So it's tracked to you, and you obviously will get credit when they get started. A couple of other videos here. This is a short video from Jim Poole we've all seen. Here's something about deepest sleep, how it took 9 years to develop the technology to be able to use this app with a Bluetooth speaker for sleeping as opposed to a headset. And then there's a testimony or two, or testimony down here, and then again another link for that. So I sent her that, and then right after I sent her that, and by the way, I sent her that specifically because I added her as a contact. I added her as a contact to my ACE because she wasn't in my ACE contact list. Here's my ACE back office, and she wasn't in there. So I added her first, then I sent a gem to her. In addition to that, I sent her, and then she wrote, I will read very seriously, my osteopath works on my vagus nerve. Are you kidding me? I mean, this fell out of the sky, guys, because somebody liked the way I was pissing in a stream. Okay? How do you plan that, right? And I have plans to have my PCP take my blood to check on thyroid, cortisol, etc. I wrote, amazing, you're going to love this, best sleep of my life. And then she tells me about some diagnoses she has had, and I sent her another link. Here's info for your osteopath. And she writes, thank you, I will watch, listen, and I will respond, thanks. Okay, so guys, this all happened in the last hour, okay? I was actually out to dinner. I was sitting at a restaurant at the bar having dinner by myself because my wife is out drinking on Cinco de Mayo with her friends. And so I was out by myself at the bar having this Facebook Messenger conversation, sending links while having a glass of wine at the bar. That's the beauty of this app, is you can be wherever you want to be, and this kind of thing can happen. All right, now, what did that one look like? Let's see this one. So what is she going to send her osteopath? Okay, this one's for holistic practitioners, right? For holistic practitioners, great stuff here. Meditation master case study in there, other case studies. The great video Q&A with Jim Poole and David D'Arcangelo. NuCalm for holistic practitioners. Brilliant, right? Talks about the differentiators, what makes this such a powerful app, the science behind it, the clinical applications, implementation for practitioners, practitioner benefits, then some testimonies. And again, it does link right up to your website. If you click it right here. So I just wanted to point out that, you know, this is how I use the tool for ACE. This is how I track, but I want to show you the results because this is the most important thing, is there's tracking. Right over here is the results. This is the activity, the interactivity. There's Judith. 18 things have happened in the last hour.
Wow.
Now, only a few of those things were me actually sending something or creating the link, but she's been watching videos. She's been clicking on links, right? Look at all that. This is what happened. And when did this start? 6:15? Yeah, 6:15. Okay, like I said, this just happened. So that's just one example. I've also got another group that's just recently started in Ghana, Africa. Wisdom is the gentleman's name. Wisdom, oh, there he goes. Goodman, and he's got a team of people already. He's in a very short period of time. And when I send links to him on WhatsApp, because that's the way they'll communicate in other countries, I send him links on WhatsApp. I always send him tagged to his name, so I know that he's clicking on them. And if you see, he's been pretty busy, and his people have been pretty busy clicking on links, getting educated, sharing this link, because I don't have all of his friends' names, so I just send them all tagged to him, right? And that's what's going on over there. The volume is already shooting up, which is really kind of nice. Here's another example, Michael Steff. Okay, Michael's somebody that I reached out to, or he reached out to me, commented on one of my posts, and when he commented on the post, we went back and forth a bit. I sent him some stuff. We had a little Zoom. We had a great conversation, and this was a couple of weeks ago. And he hadn't enrolled. So I saw that he looked at one of the links again, like days and days later. I saw that he clicked on it again. So I immediately sent him something additional. Hey, Michael, this is getting hotter by the day. Check out the Q&A video. And I sent him a direct video, or I sent him this, which is targeted to network marketers. He's a network marketer. And I sent him this one that's specific to network marketers. It's got the comp plan document in it. And it's got this great conversation, short videos with how unique this is and how special this is. There's a comp plan overview, and there's the great talk from David and Jim Poole, the science one as well. And it talks about exclusivity. Anyway, I sent him this. A few minutes later, he signed up. So now Michael's on the team as well. And, you know, it didn't happen immediately. It happened 2 weeks later. But because I knew he was re-engaging and re-looking, because I could see in the feed, and I got notification that here he was, Michael had looked. There he is right there. This was what? This was a day ago. I think this was a day ago. Yep. And that's what happened. And now he's part of the team as well. So I just wanted to share with you how I build the business, the things that I'm using, the tools, and I will go to the gems here, and you can see there's a lot of content here. I know from Michael, you were saying that Maggie was looking for a video to send. So between the time you and I got on the phone and off the phone, 5 minutes before the Zoom, if you click on the videos folder, there's the video that you were looking for. And you can share that, and it's all by itself. So you can share that by itself, okay? You're very welcome, Maggie. There you go. That's how that works. And there's other videos in there, both the Q&As. This one was for the holistic practitioners, and this one was for athletes, right? And then there's some of the earlier ones too that are in here, and some other great videos. But for the most part, I don't usually send these all by themselves unless I really just want them to watch that one thing. I usually will send a gem that contains one of those. Like, for instance, the one for holistic practitioners. I do send that one a lot. And if we click on the view here, you get a sense of it. And it has it right in there, one of those. So anyway, that's just a little overview on AICE. I will tell you that it's going to be a pretty big deal. They're doing a great job with it. They've invested quite a bit of money in the launching of it, which is kind of cool. We do have this thing called Campfire, which you get alerts from me when I've changed and updated a gem. Whenever I make a new gem or update a new gem, I notify everybody, and there's nothing you have to do. It's automatically updated on your end. But the thing that I wanted to point out to you about what's coming is this. Let me just turn off my stopping my share here, is that NuCalm from SocialX, I'm sorry, ACE from SocialX is going to be commissionable. And so this is going to be a tool that is going to be important for everybody who's really trying to build a business. And it's only going to be $10 a month, same as it is now. So it's not going to be any difference in price, but there will be 5 CV on that. So there will be commissions being paid out on that incredible tool that SocialX is bringing to the field. If you're already on it, not a problem. We're going to be, they're going to grab the entire email list of everybody that's on it, and it'll be showing up and as if you were, got it through SocialX. Won't be any different. It'll be seamless. There's nothing you'll have to do. So if you do want it early, if you want to take advantage of it, just hit me up and I'll send you a link for it. And so you can get started on it early. I would say the company's maybe 2 weeks out on launching it. Could be longer, but I'm going to guess about 2 weeks as a guesstimate. So you guys all have a head start. Take advantage of it. Again, it will be commissionable. It's only $10 to have this incredible platform. And again, the beauty of getting in on it early or being on my team is that I've got a 4-month head start, and I'm a graphic designer building out this space for you on my team. The rest of the company won't necessarily have access to that. They'll have access to what the company's built, which I'm sure is going to be awesome also. But you have these tools ready to go, and you can dial down and decide what you need to send to the right prospect based on the theme of the gem and the content that is within it. What I love is the tracking ability. That's the thing that's exciting to me, that I send stuff out to people and I know if they've looked at it or not. So I know if it's somebody that, I need to follow up on, if it's somebody that, is just not paying attention. I met somebody a couple weeks ago, or it was last week, about a week and a half ago in Chester, and I sent them a link. I texted it to them. They seemed really interested. They have not looked at any of my links. And so when I followed up on text and I said, hey, when are you going to get a chance to take a closer look at that? Again, she said, oh, I've been real busy, but I plan to do it, but still hasn't looked. Not a hot prospect, right? But I'm not going to chase people, and I don't have to chase people anymore because now I have intel about whether they've looked or not, whether they're serious or not, or they're just full of it. Michael Allison, you had a question?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, my friend.
I didn't know if you saw my hand up
I
there.
did. I saw it. Yeah.
I was testing the system out to see who the hell's paying attention. The question I have is when SocialX transitions
Yes.
to ACE, is everybody that is associated with SocialX going to have all of your material, or is it just our team?
Just our team. Just our team will have
everything that you have developed up until now. It's whoever is on your team.
Correct. Yeah, they're building it out on their own. They've not asked me for advice on it, although they have access, and when I say they, Chantel and Evelyn are working on it. They too are on my team, but they're the ones working on it for corporate. And I'm sure they're going to do a great job with it. They're, do whatever they can do, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome. They'll have help from ACE, the company, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I just have to say that, I've got a 40-year head start and 4 months on my space that I've built out. So you guys enjoy it. It doesn't cost you anything. You get that and you get this. You get both.
Very good.
Excellent. Awesome.
That's a question.
Yes.
You
If I have,
you got to raise your hand up.
I tried and all I got was this. I tried. I felt so silly. I don't know. I had hands like floating.
That's funny.
I have a general practitioner. He's not a holistic. And do we have anything for that?
Well, I have one. I do have that set up for, holistic practitioners, right?
Right.
That gym is already set up, and it has that Q&A that Jim Poole did that really targeted holistic practitioners.
But he's not, it doesn't matter if he's just a regular GP, not a holistic one.
He's not a GP. Jim Poole?
No, 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 no.
Yours. Oh, no,
My
because
guy.
correct. Because he talks about, I could have said it's for doctors, but let's
Okay.
just, energy workers, practitioners, doctors. I mean, that's probably the best one. I think that would make the most sense, sure. Because it has clinical studies links to it, right? And it has science documentation, and it has the same kind of questions that those people would have, right?
Okay. And I also have a different question. I
Sure.
have another prospect who she has grandchildren who are autistic
Okay.
on the spectrum.
Yeah.
What to send them, and how do we limit the age of the users?
No, we don't limit the age of users.
Awesome.
And again, it's been quite a few weeks, so I do have a bit of a
Okay.
start here. I'll share with
Well,
you.
last week they mentioned autism at the end.
Right. So here's one for kids, a gem for kids, NuCalm Kids menu. Okay.
Okay.
It covers all ages. It talks about sleep and recovery and what ages, best for ages, babies, toddlers, and young children. Well, and it says they won't tolerate headphones, but they don't need headphones. Power nap for kids and older kids. Deepest sleep, all ages. Focus and performance, best for middle school and high school and college.
Oh, this is cool.
Flow state, creativity for children, students, and adults using headphones. Okay. Ignite for peak performance for athletic kids. And then you've got great stories of people kids that are feeling stress and how this has helped them.
But there's
Calm, focused. There's one for ADHD, right? Sleep
Okay.
focus. So these are all going to be close to,
Okay.
or
Autism.
congruent to what you're looking for, without it saying autism. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
The only thing that you can say is, here it is, it's working for these types of kids.
Yeah.
Why don't you try and see how it works for your child,
What's interesting is she approached me because I am ADHD. And she said, I was thinking about you. I have children. And I thought, wow, I wonder if she realizes what she's saying to me, And so then I just took it from there and I said, you know what? I want to show you what I'm exploring. And I showed her the NuCalm app.
Yeah.
And she goes, send that to me. And I said, sure. But now I know what to send. Thank you.
You know what to send, and you're going to know if they're looking at it. And that's the most important thing, because you can send stuff all day long, and without the feedback mechanism to know whether they're looking and clicking, you don't know how serious they are or how often they're looking. And that's what I love about that.
When you were talking about Wisdom from Ghana,
Yes.
and you said you're tagging him, you're just sending it to him and then he's forwarding it. Is that what he's doing?
Well, this is a little bit more of an advanced training, but I'll do
okay. Sorry.
I'll do it for you real quick because I want you to understand what I was saying. So there are going to be some people that are just not willing to send or spend, I should say, the $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you're, some of the people in Africa or whatever, because it's just an extra expense that they're not willing to do. Okay, so in my space, okay, in the NuCalm space, I have a folder called No Attribution. Okay, the difference on the No Attribution gems that I have set up is, if you click on them and see what they look like, at the bottom, instead of there being a link to a website, it just says, ask the person who shared this info with you for their NuCalm SocialX link. So my guy Wisdom, let's say he's got the system, or maybe he doesn't have the system, but he can take this link that I send him, and I can still send it to him and have it be tagged to him, right? Share it to a contact. And now he has a piece of content that has a global network marketer's gem in it, a holistic practitioner's gem in it, a NuCalm stories gem in it, one about the proven benefits, one about the opportunity, and one about getting started.
Wow.
All of these gems are in there, and none of them have buttons that go to anybody's website.
Do you have that for us so that it's connected to our websites? That's a good one.
Well, no, no, because this one's more of a shotgun approach.
Okay.
And no one's, look, remember what's behind all of these?
Right.
A whole nother gem.
Right.
Right? I mean, this is obnoxiously too much information, but if you're in Ghana, Africa, and you need to have a way to send stuff to people, that is a good way to go. And so that's what I was doing. And so I was sending that one. As a matter of fact, I built that one specifically because they asked for it. And so it's in the no attribution folder. And it's this one right here with this dude on it. And again, they're all using this link to send out information. And then a person can go and look at all that. They've got no tracking. They aren't tracking anything.
Right.
Right? I am because I sent it to one person, it's tracked. And anytime this thing gets passed around all of Africa, it's showing up as wisdom. So I have at least an idea if he's working or not, right? So anyway, that's just kind of the way I had that set up. But it's available to you. There's even one here that I set up first, and this was for internally for them, for people that had already joined. And it gave them the opportunity to get ACE for a 14-day free trial. And it tells them it costs $10, and it lets them know that these gems down below, they can send those, but there's no tracking on them. So it was kind of a bridge. I sent this to one of his guys, and one of his guys said, "How do I get ACE?" He wanted ACE, so he got ACE. So anyway, that's just how that works. And so I said, there's just a few of them here, not the same kind of content that's on the other side that has buttons, but you get the idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I have done quite a few Power Hour trainings. I believe there's 5 of them in the ACE Power Hour folder. They're an hour long. The first half hour is updates and things, so might be outdated. But the second half hour on each one of those is just me sending out gems to people, sending out messages. There's a good 2.5 hours of me just building the business. If you want to see how it's done, how the sausage is made, it's all in that folder. And I know, David, you've been to 1 or 2 of those, and I know a few others have been to a few of those.
Oh, yeah. They're awesome.
Anyway, they're fun, aren't they? And we'll do more of them. You're going to hear a lot of power hours being done over the next few months, because the company is going to be making sure that those happen, so that people can learn how to use the system and how to approach people and stuff like that. We just have a bit of a head start, folks, so take advantage of it.
Nice job, Adam.
You're welcome, guys. Enjoy. All right, we're going to wrap it up, and I want to thank everybody for hopping on and sharing their stories. Hopefully this was helpful for you. And coming up at 9 o'clock is the Social X Corporate Opportunity. Always a little different twist going on there at socialxwebinar.com. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, same station, 9 p.m. in Spanish. And then Thursday, the product training that David DiArcangelo does. Sometimes it's with Jim Poole. Again, that's at 9 p.m. also. So plug into those. Everybody, thanks for hopping on tonight. This has been Tuesday Night Live. Everybody have a great night. Bye-bye for
Good
now.
job, Adam. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.